Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here, January 31st, 2017. Can you imagine that? An entire month of 2017's already gone. I just realized I hadn't done an update on the house remodel for those of you that are following along. I'll kind of compile the footage for December 2016 and I'll get you caught up to the just after the new year. We got the stucco guy back here banging things out. This dude's really good. He does this for a living, and the boss of the company that he works for is good friends with the gentleman that owns this property. So he's out here doing him a favor by matching this drive-it and this commercial styrofoam system. It's nothing I wanted to tackle. I installed the windows and doors, but I had no idea on the system, the waterproofing system. And here we're talking about how we're doing our edges and how we're going to make expansion joints and caulking joints and whatnot. But this guy's really, really good. I think after this house is painted, it's going to be almost unnoticeable. If you didn't know what you were looking for, chances are pretty good you'd never know what was there before. So it's a several step process, and this guy will tell you just how good he is. He'll tell you. That's the door that was in the master bedroom that we deleted. That pile of rubble there on the left of the screen is the step that I jackhammered out of there earlier in the month. There's the plumber. He's a real lump of sunshine. That guy's running the waistlines for the laundry room. Here's the finished product. He's using Drive-It. It's a medium coarseness, and the color is just because that's what the color came. He's not trying to match the color of the house. This in March or so of this year, once we get through March or April, when we get through our rainy season, this house is going to get painted. I believe it's a medium gray with white trim and maybe an accent color. He's tossing around the different colors, so it came out really, really good. I can't say enough for this guy. If you can listen to his stories and smile and let him talk, and he tells you how good he is, then you know he's good. He's really good at protecting stuff. He's a professional. We're just jawing it up here. So I'll take you on inside of the house. We'll take a look at the master bedroom. The last update, this place was still in sticks, and we've had the painter in there. I hung all the drywall, did the trim. I do all the mud work myself. If you're new to this channel, I don't do the paint. We had the painter came in and banged it out. He just did a wonderful job. I love how everything laid out. I'm very, 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 very pleased. The master closet is going to get cedar lined. I wasn't that concerned about, of course, getting it painted. They just painted the ceiling. He just painted the ceiling in the closet, and I did one coat of mud on there for fire taping. And let's move on here. The next, or a couple days later, I've got some trim wood, some sheetrock for that laundry room. The plaster guy beat me there. He's an early starter. And now that he's done with the patchwork, he's going to do the traditional stucco work here, which is at least three layers, I think is what he ended up putting on, 3 or 4 layers. And here's a coat he just bought at Kelly Moore that morning. He was super happy. He got it on sale for like $30. It's nice, quilt lined. Anyway. Here's the laundry room in all its framing glory. We notched it over to allow the door to open. You'll see the wet concrete trough on the bottom. I did the cement work. The plumber was scared to do the concrete work. I'm not scared. So it goes underneath the floor. I assembled the floor, got the framing done. Look, he's got to talk to me more. And, oh, that's the owner, sorry. Here we are giving the plaster guy absolute grief because he's coming unglued right now. It's kind of funny, actually. He was throwing a little fit, so of course we had to poke the bear in the zoo. He's panicked because the sun's hitting the corner of the building there, and it's drying out his wet edge, and he's running around trying to get buckets of water, and we're just kind of sitting there laughing at him. He deserved it. If you knew the guy, if you knew the situation, it was absolutely hilarious. To watch him, and he wouldn't let us help him. I'm like, can I get you a bucket of water? Can I help, pat that down and get it wet? But no. So we just sat there and we watched him. He got fired up. I kind of feel bad about it now, but by the end of the day, we were all laughing about it. But it's just funny watching a guy get so wound up about a little residential job like this. He does commercial stuff for a living. He does big jobs. This is a little bitty side job that he was using to pick up some money for Christmas, and yeah, He's got pretty good technique. Anyhow, let's go on inside the house. Let me show you what we have going on in here. Spring is also going to get some landscaping and grading work done here in the backyard. I put all the exterior lights on. Oh, that's right. I mounted the TVs the day before. We were meeting the cable guy there that afternoon. He was going to do all the end connections on the data lines and cable lines. There's the closet, baseboard, interior trim, all that's done, cedar lined. All the lights are hooked up. The electrician had come and gone. We got the TVs mounted. All 3 TVs in this house are mounted. Sorry that's a bad angle, but that's really a pretty cool mount. And if you remember the framing, that mount is lagged directly into the beam. And we've got the TV in the guest bedroom. All the cables I ran through the wall into the closet. I put a shelf and we ran a receptacle into the closet, so the not the DVR, but the cable box and everything's inside inside that closet, so you don't see anything. And that's the V-groove cedar planks. They're individual planks, tongue and groove planks. Now the master bathroom has been kind of stalled till we get the plumber in there to solder in the shower valve. It was a frustrating December to nail down the plumber, and that delayed things. The owner has been living in this house since January 13th. We were 2 weeks behind our schedule. We tried for December 25th. We wanted to get him in for Christmas, but that was an arbitrary date we picked back in June when this started, the middle of June when this started, 2016. But we got him in. The carpet was delayed. The carpet went in January 11th. The movers came January 13th, and he spent his first night in this house since he bought it on Friday, January 13th, and everybody's happy. Everybody's extremely happy. It wasn't absolutely ready to go, but it was livable for him. The master bathroom was really the only part of the living space of the house that was not immediately livable, and that was because we were waiting for that damn plumber. See that on that video there, the plumber hadn't been there to do the shower valve. I couldn't build the shower enclosure without the shower valve soldered in. And yeah, so we're just talking about stuff. You see the water lines there on the right, the waste lines, they're all done. I have to put the sheetrock up to patch those holes to continue on this laundry room, but I'm hustling. I'm hustling to do the door, get this door installed here. It's just kind of dry fit in there. It's not hung. And we're discussing doing the T-bar ceiling. This ceiling's going to be T-bar. It's not going to be a rigid sheetrock ceiling. So of course now I'm out of my game. The homeowner's talking to me. I'm yakking about stuff I shouldn't be yakking about. I should be concentrating on the door. So I set the camera down. I start working on the door. I'm not paying attention. And you'll see what happens when you work with power tools and you don't pay attention. Here in about 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, wait a minute, go. I'm not really good at counting down these videos on this iMovie. Okay, there we go. I was using the screw gun and the bit slipped off the screw and it drilled into my finger to a solid surface. So it was either the bone or the back of my fingernail. It's very, very hard to tell. But I sure made a bloody, bloody mess. And because it was a wonderful puncture wound that was done with a wonderfully dirty screwdriver tip that was loaded with dirt and shards of metal, you know, from the old screws. Yeah, it sprayed in there good. Anyway, I let it bleed for several minutes until it decided to stop bleeding on its own because I wanted to kind of flush out the wound. But not to be a sissy, I wrapped it in tape and I got the door installed because that's just what you do. You know, you can sit in the corner and cry about things, or you could just wrap your finger up and get your butt back to work. So the door is perfectly level and plumb. It doesn't swing, which is exactly how I want it. That's a 1 hour rated fire door. It's a nice heavy door. And it closes pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Let's take a look. Here's the outside of the laundry room. Sheetrock is installed. Door trim is installed. I put a kickboard on the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the painter will come in and handle that. Sheetrock is getting installed on the inside of the laundry room. Let's take a look to the outside. Yeah, that's our second coat. Second coat of stucco. He's going to come over the top of that. You'll see it on the next clip here. with the same material that he went over the rest of the house to match the texture. And then this is how we leave the outside of the house. I believe I took this video December 30th or so. Watertight. We've had a bunch of rain since then. Nothing leaks. It's awesome. He did a really, really nice job at matching everything. That stucco is solid. I like it. All right, here I'm going to compile the stuff I have for January. I've been kind of in and out of this project in January. Just due to the rains. The rains have been dragging me away from here. But we made pretty good progress. All right, gotta go, gotta run. See ya!